All right. Hey, Doug. Hey, Jeff.
Hi.
Hey guys, happy summer.
What's going on, man? How you been?
Just working like a dog, man. Like no time off. I
Making
got
the glasses.
you making the glasses. I only get Sunday and Wednesday off, so it's like I've got 2 weeks basically that are shorter than the normal week.
You should split your week up pretty quick. It just sucks to try to plan something
Yeah,
to like go out of town.
I can never plan a weekend, because I only get Sunday off and like the rate of accumulating vacation is like a glacial pace at this company.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
So you get like maybe you build up 1 week in a year.
I got no, I mean I've been there almost a year now. I've got like 2 days off, two PTO days, and then two sick days, and that's it.
Jeez.
Yeah,
That's
That's
pretty good.
shitty.
it is shitty. But I mean, they're cool if you just take the day off without pay.
Oh yeah, of course they are.
Yeah, they love that.
Uh,
But on a brighter note, you've had a fairly painful dental procedure today, I guess, right?
Actually, it wasn't today. It was last Wednesday. But it's still giving me a grief. But I fixed the problem. I got this special, like the little tiny toothpick type dental brush things you go in there, and I found the debris and I'm feeling a lot better.
Did they give
Debris.
did
So,
they
so what was it? Was it really brie?
I don't know what it was. Conglomeration of the three meals I had today,
I
probably.
got debris out of my
It could have been, like 3 days old. But anyway, not talking about my tooth pain. Other people got it worse.
did they give you any good stuff or no? They don't really give you good stuff anymore.
Nah, they don't give you shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10, 15 years ago, my dentist used to play ball, and now like the best I get is like Motrin or something. I was like, oh God,
I know, and
I can
you
get this
could,
at home.
right. You could always get some morphine based, painkiller from a true good old school dentist, for sure.
Like they give you 800 milligrams, but that's just four
That's
tablets so I can
ibuprofen
take
though.
it home. You know?
That's gonna like make your stomach bleed. You can't drink on ibuprofen, man. You need something else,
Yeah.
some opiate, right? So this week was kind of nice coming out of the All-Star break, really, with some actual pitching on my team, not falling apart, and some batters definitely stepped up this week.
You went 4-2, and you put two more games between you and Rudy. Got to keep your streak alive. It's like 29 years and counting. You've
I
never come in last.
know. I told Chad that's all I'm fighting for right now. I mean, but I still think I got a decent team. Some guys are just have been coming off injuries or a little bit slower, coming back into their full strength. But I feel pretty confident that the second half is going to be better, and barring catastrophic injuries, of course. But yeah, I think the team. I like my team.
At this point, I just want to finish above 500. I think that's the loftiest goal I could get. I mean, I guess I could finish in fifth. That would be the best case scenario. But I wouldn't bank on it because there's just so many teams around. That would be like the Cows, Spear, Dads, Knockers.
Yeah,
Let's Play's in fifth. So like, am I going
but
to pass those teams? I don't think so.
those are good
Be right. I'll be
positions.
right back. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, no problem. Those are good positions to trade from though, because you're all like in kind of in the middle, right?
Yeah.
So, um, yeah, why not trade with each other? As long as it helps everybody and fill in those voids. I just wish I knew
I think I would
exactly.
be I think I would be more likely to trade with teams in the middle because I have mentioned it last week, but no, nobody watched the podcast. But that I feel wary of trading with weight just in case the deal turns out bad. He doesn't win the league, like, so I'm like kind of hesitant, and then I don't want to trade with Phil really because
Right.
I don't want to make a good deal for him that pushes him over the edge, so like those two teams I think I'll probably stay away from.
Hmm.
I don't know. I mean, it's not really, I should just be looking at it from, making my team better, but I don't want to affect things. If I cause somebody to finish in eighth as opposed to sixth, that doesn't bother me. But Wade's got
You,
a chance to win the
hey,
league his second year.
that's awesome. Yeah, he's having a great year. But hey, Lou, no one ever would accuse you of collusion. I
Yeah.
mean, you're like a paragon of prudence there.
Well, it wouldn't be collusion. It'd just be like, an honest deal. But, you know,
Yeah,
you can trade for a block, a superstar, and he could get hurt that, a week later, and then your season
right.
tanked or whatever. So
And
not that
and
I really
then
have any superstars to trade. So that's,
yeah, that's how I play in my team. No, I mean I got some guys that are doing pretty good, but it's mostly in middle infield. I just don't have any boppers this year. Hey, all right, breaking out the what? Zoom.
Box.
I'm drinking a little beer tonight.
What kind of beer is that?
It's a really piney IPA from Revolution. It's a local Chicago brewery.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, really tasty.
I'm sure Jeff distributes that.
He distributes everything,
Mhm.
man. Yeah, I talked to him a lot about, distribution type stuff, but because at World Market, I was like the wine and beer person as well as being a manager. So I had to do all the ordering of the alcohol. I had to put it away, and every time they got to change around the look or the scheme, I got to do all that stuff on top of also closing every night, and doing the paperwork, and doing it with two people in the building. It's like a 5,000 square foot warehouse type store with three people in it.
17,000 square feet a person, right?
Yeah.
I guess this is the beer league podcast. I shouldn't be drinking wine, but that's what I usually drink.
I usually drink wine too, but I just had a taste for the beer tonight. Uh,
I had a taste for beer this afternoon. I was like, I could actually go for a beer, but I didn't have one.
yeah, I rarely drink beer anymore. It's not because I don't like beer. It's just it's cold, and I like kind of the room temperature taste of wine.
Well, like a true connoisseur, I drink my wine on ice, so
Oh, uh,
like a Russian.
yeah, no, I don't judge on how you drink your wine. That's for sure. I
I had
mean,
a beer on I
I've
had beer on
studied
Thursday
and
night.
tasted it.
I went out and saw a friend of mine's band playing Thursday night, and I always drink beer when I'm out. I don't drink. I'm not going to drink wine when I'm out. That's just too foo-foo for me. I don't know. It's just.
Well, yeah.
Plus, I don't know. That bottle could have been sitting there for a few weeks too. So
Hmm. Yeah. I'm always open to new things. I like cocktails sometimes, like gin cocktails. I like um, those can be dangerous though, of course.
well, that's got to help with the dental stuff, right? Have a few drinks at night.
Helps every day. So what do you think about Phil kind of like I don't want to say come out of nowhere because we always expected he would make a resurgence.
Yeah, I'm going to open up the standings. May as well get to that, right? You wanted to move it along tonight. Yeah, I think Phil's 13-2 the last
Yeah,
2.5
2 weeks.
weeks, 3 weeks. Well, we'll look at this.
Oh,
Big McBrides are the Buddha Kings, and you increased from last week. So you're four wins below where you should be according to your points.
damn.
And let's play the lucky laggard. Let's see where else Baked comes up here.
Probably not too often.
You had Edwin
Oh,
Diaz,
all right.
player of the week.
Good old Met.
So yeah, Phil had a couple of hitters. He had
Mhm.
Nick Kurtz and George Springer.
Yeah, Springer's had a really good year.
You know, Waite had Skeens. Waite had a good pitching week again. He's had a few not so good weeks because he's been chiseling away his underage.
I mean, Skeens is kind of, I mean, he's not putting up the innings like some of those 70s dudes did, but he's with his ERA and strikeouts, like Steve Carlton type numbers in his first and second year. But I mean, he's really blowing even Steve Carlton numbers away right now.
Yeah, well, he gets the quality starts, but he's not getting the wins. It's
Hmm.
ridiculous. I haven't seen this since like maybe Jacob DeGrom when he was with the Mets.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
that's
getting
true.
boned on the wins. But it's to be expected because the Pirates just haven't invested in that team. I don't know what they're thinking. If they trade away, I heard that maybe they'll trade away O'Neill Cruz or even Skeens. I've heard, but if you do that, when are you trying to
Yeah,
turn this around?
you
I mean, like,
you don't trade a generational talent like Skeens.
yeah, I don't mean
That's
that's
like
just
trading Sandy Koufax.
that's just writers' rumors. It might not have any basis in reality. Probably doesn't. But
No,
if they do that, I just don't get it. Like this year, they really should have gone in with another hitter for the outfield or something. I mean,
like free agent land outfielder.
yeah.
Who would you like to see in the Mets outfield?
I don't know what the Mets should do. I know that they'll add a bullpen arm and they'll trade away probably Beatty, but I'm not sure what they'll do. I'm not sure how much they'll do.
Hmm.
So I don't know.
I mean, the infield seems pretty good.
They've got too many guys right now, so it'd be good if they could upgrade at third
Hmm.
and get rid of a guy. But then see, I think they want to get rid of a guy and just go with what they have. So I just think the bullpen makes the most sense. I've heard things like Cedric Mullins or Luis Robert, but I don't want to trade much for Luis Robert not because he's not good, but it's just because he
He's
plays
a
left.
is a rental. Everybody knows this is a rental deal for Roberts, unless they do something
Well,
crazy.
Roberts he's signed through next year at least, I think, right?
Yeah,
So it wouldn't be a rental like it is with Suarez, but
right.
he plays like what half the time, 100 games a year. I mean, that's just not good. That's probably not going to get better as he gets older. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what his injuries have been. I'm sure he's had some that aren't nothing you can do about it, but some of them could. Do you know what his injuries are? He had like
No, I mean, I don't follow everything about what's going on with him. It's like every other day he's out, or you know.
the AI thing is pretty cool because you can type in the injury.
Hmm.
I was wondering when Denzel Clark for the A's was going to come back. Not because I don't have him, but I have somebody else that's getting playing time without him being there.
Uh,
So I typed in adductor strain grade 2, and I found that the average time that you miss is 4 to 8 weeks with that.
yeah, that's pretty bad.
Like you can get back in like a couple of weeks with an adductor strain, but if it's grade 2, it's probably not going to be 2 weeks. So
That's 2 months. Yeah. Wow.
he's the guy that was making all those great catches.
Hmm.
Like he hadn't even started the year playing full time, and he was his defensive run save was already great.
So who's your favorite of like the first year players that have kind of made a splash this year?
Who do I think is going to be the best one?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Well, I mean, Pete Crow is pretty much like he's the number one hitter of the young guns, right?
I think long range. I mean, Pete Crow because he plays such great defense is gonna he's gonna play. He's
Yeah,
gonna play a while.
yeah, he's
I
gonna play
don't.
20 years in this league probably.
It seems like they're going to be able to figure out how to pitch him better.
Yeah,
Somebody was talking about it. I don't know if it was Sean or something, but he does seem a little reluctant to change his approach.
yeah. No, I mean, because it's kind of working for him,
Yeah,
right
because it
now.
works
It's
so
like
great.
why change what
Right.
is good? So maybe if you that starts to not work for you at some point, then yeah, maybe consider a different approach. But as long as the approach you're currently using is all-star MVP-ish category, rookie of the year, whatever, don't stop what you're doing, right?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes into a little swoon in August. I guess he's already tailed off, right? From where he was.
And I mean, it's the doldrums now, right? Late July, early August. That's the baseball doldrums.
A good sign will be if he does have a slump in August and then he comes back hot in September. That could mean
Mm,
that he did make some changes and he is willing to be coached
right.
because I think they're going to figure out, you know,
Oh yeah, give
stay
him an
away from
off
him.
season to like just tweak what he's already really good at and make him even better at it, and then improve on some of his weaknesses. I mean, that's what every player wants to do. It's not a there's no shame in it because I mean I was always constantly trying to figure out how to improve my game, and if somebody told me something or gave me some advice, I was always willing to accept that and not take it as like criticism because I want to be the best, right? And I think that's how all these players want to be.
Who are the other first year players? I mean, pitchers, you got, Mizorowski and Burns, Chase Burns. But
Chase
hitters
Burns.
wise, you got Kurtz. He looks good, even before the 4 homer game. But that's fresh in everybody's mind
That
now.
was crazy on Phil's team, right?
Yeah,
I was like, what the fuck? I was looking at Phil, I was like, how did he come back from that week? You know, because he was really struggling at the beginning of the week. And then I like see Burns with some basketball numbers, right?
6 for 6. Even
I
just
was,
6 for 6 is an
what was
incredible
there,
day.
like 26 points altogether?
29.
29. That
Yeah.
is outrageous.
That's like two,
That's
modest weeks.
right. That's a Tuffy
Yeah.
Rhodes game right there. uh,
But anyways,
so did Jeff die or something? Is he okay?
I don't know. Well, here's the standings. So the Gags went 6-0, and I bet you that's the only 6-0 I've had all year, but I don't know that for sure, but I think so.
Really?
And Spear went 0-6, so they're right at 500 now with the
Mm,
Dads. Knockers went 1-5. They lost 2 games over the weekend. They were the straw spinner,
yeah.
so they're a half game behind them, and then I'm a game behind Knockers. But at the top, both the guys went 5-1.
Yeah.
So Satch stays 5 games back.
So I think, I mean, the top three seems like a really, not to say anything about Norm's team, he still got a shot, you know? And Let's Play is still, I mean, anything can happen in the second half. You never know.
The prediction model actually has the Cows ahead of Bizzotti. So the Cows finishing third and Bizzotti fourth. We'll see how it turns out.
I mean, that was kind of, yeah, yeah, I see that.
It's based on like the overages and the underages and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
But
I've managed somehow to like not go crazy with pitching. I think I'm just like barely toting the line here with not too much of an overage.
so Bizzotti's in third, game and a half behind Satch, 6.5 out of first. But they were on pace for the 0-6 over the weekend. So they gained 4 games over the weekend.
Hmm.
So that's important because they were on pace to be 9.5 back. If they had gone 0-6, they'd be 10.5 back. So 6.5 is definitely
Right.
that's just a crazy week from it being virtually almost tied. So
Right. I mean, the way I started, I thought I was on pace for a 6-0 or 5-1, but um, the doldrums of why do I keep saying doldrums? I'm not a fucking
uh,
sailor. But anyway, you know what it is. August. No, so yeah, I thought I was gonna have a better Thursday, Friday, and it wasn't good. But the weekend was all right.
so you're 2.5 up on Rudy now. So to keep your streak going, you got you got he's not too far behind.
I'm not that worried about losing the streak. I'm still want to win this league, man.
It's a good streak.
Yeah, and I'm what 900 points from first. Yeah, it's gonna be
Everybody's had a bad year. I mean, not everybody. You have, Phil, but everybody that hasn't finished in last has been in the league
Yeah,
fewer years than you.
yeah. The old Doug Jeff days. Yeah, I really didn't want to share that team with him. I wanted my own team, but
Oh, Jeff Colasar.
yeah, it was fun for a year or two. Or yeah, I was thinking it was a year.
We'll see on the Buddha, you deserve, just based on your points, you deserve to be 41 and 61. That would come in handy now, because then you'd be 6.5 up on Rudy.
What's my
Rudy,
is it OPS on this?
yeah, that's on a different tab. So
Yeah, I kind of like to see. I feel like I have not been really paying attention to some of these metrics like OPS. I mean, I'm always, looking at OPS and slug and stolen bases and all the other things, but I'm not studying every day. Not like I was when I had the two babies sleeping for 2 hours and I could get me some fantasy baseball time in the basement.
well, you can
So,
see.
hey, Jeff,
Hey, sorry about that.
was it
Careful what
boy?
Chinese food you eat.
I was gonna say, was it a boy or a girl?
Uh, I couldn't tell. Came out with like three heads. No genitalia whatsoever, so maybe a girl.
Oh man, that's harsh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hitting wise, McBride's are next to last in hitting points from the position player. Hitting points.
You're having a really bad year for Ellie De La Cruz.
Yeah, I
Dude
mean,
hasn't hit like a home run in a month.
I got a lot of bad problems. Ellie De La Cruz isn't my biggest, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean you're pretty far under in games, and then your hitting points per games played is next to last. The hack is
Hmm.
the fewest. So
Yeah, the
hitting's not good.
hitting.
So the pitching
I,
must be a little bit better.
no, I mean, my IP overage is not that bad.
Yeah, your
Um,
pitching's much better. You're 36 innings over, which is fine, and your non-save hole pitching points per inning pitched. You're only trail.
I knew it.
Wait
I
till next
fucking knew
year.
it. I knew it.
Yeah, you're second to wait till next year in non-save hole pitching points per inning
wow.
pitched.
So we have a breaking news story.
Okay.
With all this stuff about everybody wearing Ryan Sandberg's shirt and bringing him up during Cubs
Oh no.
broadcasts and this and that. Well, he has passed away.
No
Oh,
way.
geez.
I,
Really?
I knew I knew he had to be close because man, with everybody, saying stuff about him lately and
Yeah.
wishing him well and all this other stuff that only led me to believe that he was probably in his final days. And sure as shit was, he is dead at the age of 65.
Wow.
Wow. Oh man.
And
What was what was the
I actually was
COD?
able to I was actually able to speak to the man once, and so I'm happy about that.
What was the cause of death?
Prostate cancer.
Hmm. Yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah, he was a good player, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've told
Yeah.
a story before, but we were over at Toast to Harry Carey because a lot of those people early morning and shit. There's beer reps and stuff like that from Budweiser and all that stuff there. So every year we go there at like 5 o'clock in the morning so we can act like a bunch of fucking lunatics behind the cameras with holding up signs and oversized pairs of sunglasses and that sort of thing. And every year they have, some famous people come in. I mean, Ryan Dempster's been there. You had Chris Kattan from Saturday Night Live. Ron Kittle shows up every year. He turned out to be a pretty nice guy. But then Ryan Sandberg was there one year, and it was me and Pat Tomasulo from WGN
Oh
Sports listening
yeah. I
to
love
those two.
Pat Tomasulo, man. That
He's
guy's
cool.
awesome.
He's cool. He's short. He's a little guy. But we just sat there and listened to Ron Kittle and Ryan Sandberg talk old baseball stories because they played around the same time,
Hmm.
and
Wow, Kittle and Sandberg in the same room. That's fucking awesome.
they were just talking. It was like the four of us were standing there and they were telling baseball stories, and me and Pat Tomasulo was just soaking it in, you
Yeah,
know.
I mean,
And then
those.
I had to ask a question too. I said, I was talking about the Phillies with, the Dykstra, Dalton, Kruk days.
Yeah.
And I said, those guys are all about the same size and everything. I said, were they doing a bunch of roids or something? They said, no, they were speed freaks. They were doing a bunch of fucking meth and shit.
They're meth heads. They're fucking country boys.
Yeah. So it turned out that team was all about their speed. And you
Yeah.
figure, you look at Lenny Dykstra today and you can
Yeah.
barely make out what he's saying.
I can't believe he's still alive. To be honest with you,
Mhm.
because last time I saw Lenny Dykstra, he looked god awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speed goes back to at least the 60s, right? I know
Oh yeah, there were stories about what Willie Mays, right? He kept some stuff in his locker.
you got a double header. You got, I don't know.
He had white, some red. I mean, there was one thing he had that was weird. It was like a butyl nitrate. You remember that? Like the things you like sniff and you're like, ah. Yeah, he had that in his locker. But
So
hey,
Chris and I were at the Brewers game yesterday.
I know I saw that picture. That was so
Oh, I didn't know that
cool.
you were there too.
Yeah, we both went. Yeah, we went together actually. And the question came up is like, okay, what's average for like OPS? What's like the season average of this year? And Chris had looked it up and just sent me a text saying the average
7.728.
MLB OPS is .715.
Okay.
So if you're above that, you're above average. If you're below that, you're below average.
Hmm.
Yeah, we can see that in the next. Where is it? Yeah,
OPS is
yeah,
that's a
last year for MLB it was 711. You can see so far our league average is 750. We're going to be a little bit higher OPS and lower on the pitching stuff because we're choosing, the better players, hopefully.
mhm.
There's your hitting woes right there, baked. You got a
Yeah.
.706 OPS.
I was just noticing that, my friend.
Yeah, that's the
Well,
lowest, right?
Yeah.
yeah, by far.
And then you've also
That's
got a games underage, so it's a bad combo. But we saw that you're pitching, you're second in non-safe hold pitching points per inning pitch to weight,
mhm.
so that's pretty good. Your bullpen's, close to average, a little bit below average, but it's your
So
hitting.
I've been trying to figure out my OBA the OPS all season. Like, what is going on? What's wrong with my team? Because my team is not that bad. I'm like, but
On
my
paper,
on paper, yes, but I'm like, in
it's always on
reality,
paper.
my OPS is for shit. And I'm like, fuck.
But you see your ERA for the year is 3.66, and that's second to weight at 3.12. So your
I feel like
pitching's
Look at
good.
mine.
the pitching's been good. I mean, and I got guys coming back and from injury and shit right now. On the pitching, I'm feeling pretty confident about, but I don't know how to fix the OPS. I need like some Pete Alonso or something.
Kyle Schwarber.
Or yeah, right.
God, to this day, I wish I never would have traded him.
Well, walks
And
is
I
a
got
big is a big
seller's remorse.
walks is a big thing in the beer league. It's big in OPS too, but it's even bigger in the beer league because OPS will be like you get one base for a walk, you get two for a
Mm,
single, three for a double. In the beer league, it's one for a walk, one for a single, two for a double, and there's runs and runs batted in add to that, to the expected total. But
mm.
still, we're a heavy walk league. Most rotisserie leagues don't even count walks, and that's like a much bigger error than we're making by over counting them. But we
I
do
think
we do
I,
over count them.
I think part of my problem is I've got a lot of speed on my team, which pitchers don't want to walk speed. You know what I mean?
Right.
I got Dela Cruz, Henderson, Victor Scott, among others. You know, all these guys with a lot of stolen bases. They don't want them on base.
Well, that's something
Well,
that's not
if
going to
they're
be
an
reflected
80s
here.
Phillies pitchers, they want to take speed.
Yeah.
Those are extra bases that aren't being counted here. So it's underselling you a little bit. Let's look at your stolen bases. You got 165. Yeah, that's number one in the league. Nope.
No,
Oh,
Wait,
no.
wait till
wait,
next
Wait.
year.
177.
Wow.
177.
That's awesome.
But let's look at your walks. Now you've had fewer games than most teams too, but yeah, your walks are like third from the bottom. It looks like
Yeah.
so.
I see a
Yes,
496 from Gambler.
your percentage is like of walks is like in the normal range, so it's not like per plate appearance that you're walking so little, but yeah, that this raw tab has the the just the counting stats. So you can
Kind of light on homers too.
so you
I
can
think
see.
I'm last in homers. See that?
Yeah, I don't know
You
if
scroll down a little bit.
to the ranks.
Yeah, just down.
Yeah, so where's Daddy's here?
Yeah, I'm eighth in at bats, but those at bats are making some
Hey,
doing some
Pumpkin.
decent things with them. I got the most home runs of anybody. Thank
Yeah,
you, Cal Raleigh.
Yeah, right. That I mean, did you expect that? I mean, I knew he was a good player, but I didn't expect like
I expected mid
Ruthie
30. I
catcher.
expected mid 30 home runs
wow.
because that's what he hit the year before.
Yeah,
Right. I
that's
mean, that's
true.
pretty good, but he's on a pace for what, like 55?
Well,
I mean, I'm guessing there. I mean, that just based
I
on
think we're
games left.
65% of the way through, so almost two-thirds.
Could be a Hack Wilson year for Cal Raleigh. 56 homers. That would be cool. I call it today.
hey, as long as he gets 49, then he breaks the record for the most for a catcher.
Johnny Bench.
Nope. Come on.
It was recently. Was it Sal Perez?
Yes, it
Oh,
was.
yeah, Sal?
2021, 20?
Yeah, I think it was
Oh, yeah.
21.
Or
Might have
maybe I
been
think it was
20.
22.
Yeah, because Bench had that mark for a long time.
Well, actually, what Hundley didn't Todd Hundley break
Oh,
that
yeah, Ton
record?
Hunley, right? I don't think he was near 50, though. He was like
No, he had like
40,
43 or
44.
something.
I thought Hunley had like a 43 homer year
Yeah,
once.
that's what I think.
Hey, come over here. This is my girl over here.
Aw,
She's my buddy. She hates
Oh,
everybody else.
what's her
that
name?
cat.
Yeah, she's a tuxie.
What's her name?
The Arya.
Aria.
No, she's named after Arya from the Game of Thrones, the
Oh,
Cat of the Canals
no, that's a world.
character.
That's a world I'm not familiar with.
It's pretty
Okay,
amazing.
so Hunley did not get more than Johnny Bench. Hunley did get 41 one year,
Mhm.
but
Oh,
Johnny
maybe.
Bench, the most he got in a year was 45.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought Hundley had it. Maybe it was just a Mets record, but that would be crazy
It was
because
probably
Mets
the
didn't.
Mets record, but then again, how many did Piazza get for the Mets? Didn't he have a year where he had like 40 something?
yeah,
He
he
might
did
have,
have a
yeah.
couple. I think he had
Well,
some 40 something years with
Maybe
the
he broke
Mets.
Hundley's record, team record anyway.
no, he hit 40 exactly. So Hunley hit one more than Piazza to get the New York Mets
So
record,
Hundley
probably.
never held the record.
Not from Johnny Bench, not the major league record.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy that
Little
that record
misinfo in
has
my head.
stood so long, considering all the really amazing catchers that have been in pro baseball since Johnny Bench hung up the cleats.
Mhm.
Bench did that when they were, you could lead the league with like 36 and stuff, like
Yeah.
that would never, you're gonna lead the league if you do that by the All-Star break
What
now.
was that? Was that 73 or 74 or 75? He did that. Those are his peak years. I've got his 75 card and 74 card, but I don't have it at my disposal because, it's on a card.
My best friend and I didn't talk for, I guess it was just a few days, but it could have been a week because I traded him my Johnny Bench card. This is like in probably like 1975, probably.
Oh man.
I traded in my Johnny Bench card for the White Sox team card and the Hal King card. And if you don't remember who Hal King was, he was the backup catcher for the Reds. I don't like.
Well, Lou, now we know where your dealing prowess comes
Yeah.
from.
So he kept
That's
a
why
straight
you give
face,
up people like Eugenio Suarez.
and then he like exploded with joy, and I was like, I realized I'd been taken, so I was like, yeah.
Like,
Oh
I can't
man,
believe he did that.
I have a sad story to tell about a card. I might have even told this card on this podcast once before, but this Walter Payton rookie card. All right, Kitty, come on, fuck off. I had a Walter Payton rookie card, and for years I like blamed my neighborhood best friend, in grade school for stealing my card because I lost it, right? And I ended up finding it like 20 years later in a dresser drawer.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. And I
Well,
still
I
have,
bet
I
he
was,
wasn't your friend much longer afterwards, was he?
no, we were still friends. That was just like a weird thing.
Did you call and tell him that you found the card
No, I haven't done that yet.
after all those years of
I
blaming him?
know. I can't. It's so embarrassing. Call that Joey Barney up and say, dude, I blamed you for years for stealing my rookie Walter Payton, and I found it in my dresser. I can't do that.
Uh,
Yeah,
you might
because he
have
knows
PT.
he's innocent. He just thinks I'm fucked up, right? So, because he didn't take it.
Ah,
They
okay.
got me finishing mediocre as fuck.
You can join me down in the dregs if you want.
No, thank
I,
you. I was
I,
down there earlier this year.
I'll take mediocre.
Yeah.
But I think I'm onward and upward. I think I could win. I'm going to go 50-1.
Well, you could definitely finish ahead of Hack. You're only predicted for a game behind. And that's just based on stuff that's already happened this year. It doesn't,
Yeah.
not an
I mean,
intelligent model.
I think the best I could probably do, Lou, is what? That's a tall order. Maybe get up behind you.
But
That's gambling.
we know the standings like from week to week completely change. Like you go 6-0, somebody goes 0-6, and it's like, and everything looks completely different.
Yeah.
Like
But
if Wade
those
went
are
6-0
short
and
term things. But I mean, there's definitely trends like my OPS, obviously that's got to change. I don't need as many stolen bases. Get some more corner infields and get rid of these center fielders.
I mean, it's
Well, I tried
certainly,
to trade you one.
I know, but you know how I am. I'm not much of a trader unless I don't know. Unless I love a guy, you know what I mean?
here's what the win-loss records for the remaining games predicted is. So Wade is predicted to go 37-18. The Cows are predicted to go 36-18. So they're going to keep pace with first,
Yeah, for sure.
according to, prediction
And
wise.
Paging Satchel at 31.
23.
And you got Sabreros and Let's Play at 29. That's pretty impressive. And the Knockers at 28.
Yeah, look at that. Sombrero's above 500 the rest of the year. It's weird.
Yeah, that's really good.
Guess I
I
should
mean,
check. I guess I
Sean has
should
like
verify these.
gotten so much bad luck, over the last couple of years. So much bad luck. So he deserves a shot at some mediocrity. I'm just kidding.
J4. Yeah, so this refers to the standings tab, and it multiplies the points that you've already gotten times, it has the games remaining divided by the games that have already happened.
Mm-hmm.
It gets your points there, and then it adjusts them.
And it makes me look like shit.
A couple of things, but
Can't we put a little lipstick on a pig there, Lou?
Oink oink.
Yeah. Hey, buddies, I'm gonna take a quick PT break. I'll be right back.
okay. So the daddies are predicted to be a 500 team basically, which is where you are. So,
Basically, right now, yeah.
but I'm not predicted to finish ahead of you. I don't think, right? No, it doesn't say I'll get over that hump. It says I'll finish 3 games behind you, but it says I'll finish ahead of Spear. I guess I should this week. I'll check the make sure it's working right. But the guys that are in good position with the games and innings will look good on this. It's like if you can't be way under, but you can't be way over. The way over is not, it's going to penalize you. So,
Yeah. Hey, can you go back to the screen, the opening one
I
that
already
you?
know. I already know that I screwed this up this week because I didn't type in the catcher games separately. So your overall games played overage and under just is correct, but it's not correct in this. I have to type in. It's an extra step I'm doing, and I forgot to do it this week because it's only the second time I think I've been doing it, third time. But
Oh,
anyway,
good.
so
I
yeah,
was talking about the screen where it has like the wins and losses for the week and the last week's.
yeah. So that prediction model is not. I'm not as confident in it now.
Oh, we are.
Yeah, Satch 13-2 the last three.
Gambler Spear and Let's Play are having a rough last 4 weeks. They are
Three
both
and
4
12.
and 17 in the last
Yeah,
4 weeks.
3 and 12, 4 and 11. You said over the last four.
Yeah, look at the last
Oh
four,
yeah,
both
shit.
Let's Play and Spear. They were both like towards the top of the league for a while there, and then all of a sudden the last 4 weeks just hit them hard.
They've moved in tandem too. Look at this week; they both went 5-1. That was their last good week.
Yeah.
4 and 17. Yeah, Bake's 13-8. So maybe he will do better in the second half. What did the daddies do? 11-10.
It was 3 and 3 this week. 10 and 11 over the last four.
Yeah, 11-10, right?
But if you look at the last four, look at what Waite's done for the last four. 17 and 4, Paging Dr. Satchel, 16 and 5. So those guys have been running away with it over the last
Right.
4 weeks. You look at the last five, they're in tandem, 20 and 7, both of them.
Well, now, the way it looks this week, but, it can always change quickly, but it just looks like it's a 3-team race for first and then 6-team race for fourth. If you want to say the Gags are still in it at 7.5 back.
Well, I guess what it basically boils down to is can your team stay healthy the rest of the year, or do you start having guys drop like flies? Because that can happen too, where the injury bug just hits you and just decimates you. Could you imagine if, wait till next year, like three of his pitchers go down with injuries around a couple
Right.
weeks apart from one another? I mean, significant ones. I mean, we all been dealing with injuries as far as on the pitching front. I don't think he's had to deal with that so much. I think Eovaldi was out for a little while, but besides that, he's remained pretty much healthy.
Well, even my team, I really haven't had, certainly not above average injuries, and I mean, I've missed some time, but nothing that was like totally like cratering. Like Logan Gilbert missed time, and Matt Chapman after I traded for him, he missed some time, but nothing like not like Aaron Judge or something. Being out for the year or something like that. He's not supposed to miss much time, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, not sure. But I know it's like this year, it's like I was depending on Roki Sasaki to be something, and he just hasn't done anything all year. He's been on the DL since like his fourth or fifth start. Michael King went down. I was expecting things out of him.
Right.
I had Tyon go down. Ronel Blanco went down, and he's got Tommy John, so he's done.
Yeah.
So it's like, fuck.
I wonder if they'll turn Roki into a reliever. You know,
I don't think so. He's a little young for that. When you got this pitching repertoire and he's young and he was a starter to begin with, how do you?
it's funny in the middle of winter when teams make these signings, like the Dodgers pretty much signed every guy for it seemed like for a few weeks. And then it just seems like, oh my God, we got to do something. This is ridiculous. But now people aren't as jealous that they didn't get Sasaki, that they didn't get Tanner Scott. I mean, uh, who else did they get? They brought in another reliever too. I know they brought in Yates, but I'm not thinking of him. Kopech and Trinan. Anyways, all those guys have been hurt.
Well, hey, did you eat Asian? Did you eat Chinese food too?
Okay, guys, I'm back. I had to break out the reinforcements. A little bit of Boda Box Pinot Gris.
You were drinking the Revolution
I
ale.
was, yeah. That
You're
because
fucking hanging out with a
s-
couple of winos.
I was trying to stay sober. So like, when you hit like a couple of those wines, you get off.
This is a drinking podcast.
Thank God.
I did this the stats through Sunday, and then I compared it to last year at roughly the same time.
Oh, I think.
8 games off, but it's home runs are up by 2%.
Yeah.
Runs are the same. Walks are up 3%. Strikeouts are down 2%. Stolen
Stolen
bases are
bases.
actually down 1%,
Really? Okay.
and the stolen base attempts is down 1%. Whereas early in the year it was like up like 14% or something. So it's
Hmm.
really averaged out. I don't know if the teams are just have gotten a lot better at defending against this. The limit
Yeah.
3 pickoff attempts and all this stuff. I
Well, I
noticed that.
think they're going on the percentages, I think, a lot more, now because these catchers are really good and
See a lot
strike.
more activity where the catcher, does the pickoff attempt at first.
Yeah.
That was
They're
like Ivan Rodriguez, and that I can't think of too many other guys that would do it back then. Now it's like I know the Mets catchers are doing that.
Yeah, keeping them honest over there, but I mean that has risk because that if that ball goes into right
Oh
field,
yeah,
that's like two bases, right? That's
Well, look
your
at I mean, if you look at the caught stealing, it's up almost 20 so far this year. So there's some of your stolen bases that are gone.
mm,
The catchers are just being a little more accurate with the throws or, better catching out there, better
well,
defensive
I
catching out
mean these guys are getting they're trained at such a high level, catchers especially because that's a really coveted skill position, and catchers and pitchers are groomed, you know what I mean?
there.
And outfielders not so much,
That's why it usually takes a person like if you're a catcher, it takes you almost to about 25, 26 before you actually, unless you're super special to get into the big leagues.
Yeah. Who is your favorite catcher of all time?
Mine?
Yeah.
Paul King.
God, that's a good question. I'm
I
gonna have
mean,
to say
there's
Carlton Fisk.
yeah, this is a good one. I was always a Johnny Bench guy. I love Johnny
Those
Bench.
guys were the ones that went against each other. Are you a Fisk guy or are you a bench guy?
Yeah.
But no, I always like Carlton Fisk.
What was that
Butch.
trick that Johnny Bench could do? He could pick up like 5 baseballs in his hand.
Yeah. Yeah. He did that. He did a like an autograph shot where he autographed 5 balls and held it in his hand. And that
But
dude
you know
was
what? I'm gonna take a step back on that one, and I'm gonna say Thurman Munson.
yeah, I mean Munson was a hero for sure.
Badass.
I know for a fact that that's Norm's favorite catcher of all time.
Yeah, gotta be.
Yeah. Yeah. He was awesome. Man, Thurman Munson. I felt like that era in the late 70s. I mean, let's be honest. It was like when we were kids, and it was like the peak of our baseball interest, right? It was like, oh, we're all playing Little League, and these are our heroes. Those guys
Hmm.
from the 70s. And yeah, so that plays a heavy weight. And, of course, we like the new guys too, but it doesn't hold the same weight emotionally, right?
Yeah. So that was my favorite catcher. Now, one of my favorite catchers to watch, besides just being my all-out favorite catcher, is Barry Foote.
Barry Foote. Oh my God, I was just gonna say that. That's so
He's got
funny.
that fucking hair that just like poofed out of his helmet and shit.
Right.
And he was just this fat guy
Do you
that
remember
would
when
apparently blast a home run. He had great power.
right, but do you remember when it was a game on the line and there's a runner on third and they would send Barry Foote out into center field, right? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And because he had the gun. And so if he makes the catch, it's two, it's only one out. That third, the guy's going to go. He's going to go from third, try and make that. And Barry Foote nailed like what, three guys within a stretch of a week and a half or something like that. I like one of them was with against the Dodgers. I think Davey Lopes was trying to get home, and Barry Barry Foote's like, "Who's that?" It was like there at a heartbeat, right? You're good. It was so good. Yeah, yeah. And there was a guy from the Dodgers too. Who was it that they would send out in center field every now and then? Was it Yeager?
Jaeger?
I remember the Dodgers would do that too a couple times. I don't remember if it was Yeager or who. I think it
No,
was Yeager because he had an amazing cannon.
yeah, maybe. I can't think.
Yeah, those were good old
The one
days.
problem is catchers throw different.
Was
You
it?
know, it's like a snap from behind the ear as opposed to an overhand throw, you know?
Yeah, it's got to be quick. I mean, that's how they teach him now. It's like it's quick, arm up, shoulder back, bam. It's like
It's like
there's no wind up. You're
you
not
don't
going,
take the
"Whoa."
ball. You don't take the ball out of your. I guess it was Sandy Alomar was training the Mets catchers. I don't know, 10, 12 years ago. One thing they said was like, you don't take the ball out of the glove and then go back and throw. You take the ball out of the glove back here
Mm-hmm.
from where you're going to throw. Like it saves a tenth of a second, maybe.
Hmm.
I'm sure it does. It's extra, it's one less movement.
I tried catching one time, and like the second or third pitch bounced out the plate and hit me right in the nards. I'm like, that's it. I'm never catching again.
I don't think I ever
Parents
caught.
didn't buy you a cup?
No, we didn't wear Cubs back in the '70s.
Shit, we
Cup?
did.
Did you?
Yeah.
I never got a
I was
cup.
a catcher. I was a
I
catcher
never.
in
I wasn't a catcher. It was like they just threw me in there one time, and I wasn't prepared because I was usually an outfielder, and outfielders
well,
don't wear
that
cups.
right there was your coach's fault.
Yeah, coaching problem.
Yeah, I never played first or catcher because I think I was always the smallest, maybe second smallest guy in the team. So you're not going to put him at first. So.
So my primary positions in like was outfield, mostly outfield, and third base. I was really good at third base. I did enjoy playing that.
Yeah, I played
A couple teams had me at second when I was younger, and I was like the youngest kid on the team because second base is where you can stick the young kid in who could field okay, and you'll be all right. And it has speed, right? So I'm going to steal some bases, and I'll make the occasional play. Oh yeah, second base was a fun one. I like that.
I played second, third, and outfield and pitch.
Yeah.
I never played short because I wasn't never the
No,
best guy in the team, and you can't play anybody but the best guy in the team at short.
right. So I guess I was never the best guy on the team, but I never played short either.
The draft was funny. It's like the first 15 picks were left-handed pitchers and shortstops. Now I know that the percentage of guys that are going to stay at short is relatively low, obviously, because there's a lot of other positions to fill. But
Yeah. It's so weird how it is now. Like, back in the '70s, it was like, oh, that's a boy's farm strength. Red blend. Ooh, nice.
8% alcohol.
A little bit of Pinot in there, and maybe some Cab, Pinot Cab Zin blend there.
Yeah, it's the light one. I need all the help I can get. I pour it on ice. It's 8% alcohol, which is about the lowest that a wine can be.
Yeah,
You can drink an IPA that's got more alcohol in it.
Yeah.
which I just did. And now I'm drinking a Pinot Grigio black box. Yeah. It's
Not Grigio.
Pinot Grigio. So, oh man, it's the weirdest thing. I just had a second coworker in the last 2 years. Somebody I work with at World Market that died from alcoholism.
Wow.
Really?
And these guys were both millennials. They were in their 30s.
Wow.
Yeah. It's just like, it's like, I mean, yeah, I might die from that, but still, I'm going to be 60 soon.
But they were functional. They could hold down a job and stuff.
Yeah, they got depressed, and one of them he had some health issues, and his wife left him in the middle of those health issues. And the health issues were probably related to alcoholism to begin with, to be honest with you. I remember last
His
time I
health issues weren't syphilis, and he gave it to his wife.
no, the last time I saw him, I was at the grocery store during COVID, and he's wearing a mask. I don't even think I was wearing a mask. I might have been, but my shopping cart was full of groceries, and his shopping cart was full of liters of vodka.
Oh my God.
And I was like, "Whoa, dude! Like, how many of them do you need?" That's gonna last you a month, or no, I mean like 1 liter would last me a month or two, you know what I
I
mean?
can't drink vodka. I haven't drunk vodka in years,
Oh,
like
really?
decades, because it's
I
just
can't drink gin.
I haven't drunk gin since the early 80s. That was back in
Gin
high
fucks
school
me
days.
up.
Oh no, gin is the only alcohol I drink now. Oh, that's not true. But no, I'm a gin martini lover. I've been drinking those since I was in my 20s. Yeah, I still enjoy like craft gin. Problem is most gin is shit. Like even like top shelf stuff in your Armanetti's or whatever, is shit.
You
But
like a good London dry?
yeah, a good London Dry.
Try
Uh,
Brokers.
I've tried all kinds of amazing gin. Well, especially
How's,
when I was in
how's
London,
that
I was
Bombay
getting some
stuff?
really good.
The blue bottle. Is
Oh,
that
the
something?
Sapphire, yeah, the Sapphire is great.
I bought that for Diane
Um,
because the bottle looks nice, but she
it
Ever
drinks it
drink
is.
though.
Brokers though?
It's a good gin. No, I've never had Brokers.
Oh, try Brokers, dude.
Yeah,
Brokers is a
I mean,
reasonably priced gin, and it is award winning.
I had a really nice flight of gin from Scotland a couple of years ago. It was really good. There was like three different blends that they had, all like native herbs and stuff like that and spices, and it was really amazing, super clean. And then there's another gin place out in California. I think it's like a same place where aviation is made, somewhere near there, but they came up with this like
Oh, hmm.
California coastal highway gin that basically tastes like the California highway, the coastal, like bay laurel and juniper. It's so good, so spicy but smooth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not shit, but yeah, I love that stuff.
Gin for me goes back. This is like May of 1982. So it was my junior year, and we used to go to my friend's house after
Yeah,
school because his parents were divorced and his mom worked.
sure. It was always the
We
divorcees
we'd
place.
we'd sit out in his deck and drink gin and tonics, and I loved them. I
They're
thought they were great.
so
And then one
good.
day, I had too much and I threw up, and I've never been able to
You
have
can't
gin
drink it
again. I can't
anymore.
do it now.
I
That'll
did
do
the
it.
I did the same thing. The same thing happened to me. Like the worst like high school throw up ever was gin, and I swore it off. Like I'm never drinking gin again. It's fucking bullshit. Right, but then I got older. I'm like, the stomach memory wore off, and I appreciated the floral notes of it. But yeah, I went through the same thing that you did.
I mean,
Uh,
maybe I'll give it a try before I go. But it's been 43 years, so I think.
yeah, yeah.
Well, that's Southern Comfort and Jägermeister for me.
Oh, oh, Southern
I've had a bad
Comforts.
breakup with both of those over the years, and I'll never do
Mm.
that again.
Yeah, the sweet stuff is the worst hangover.
Yeah, like vodka. I just go. I'm like a monkey with cocaine with vodka. It's like I'll
it
drink.
has no taste, but it
The
gets you
first drink will
wasted.
be like a normal drink, and then it's like
You're
it's
drinking a cup.
it's like a screwdriver. So it's like a regular screwdriver, and then like by the end, it's like just this like pale orange color. It's mostly gray. It's like, and every time I drank vodka, so vodka that's like 1986 or seven for me. That I haven't had
Yeah.
it since then. I mean,
That's how my Bloody Marys are. They at first they're like, they're gorgeous with all the accoutrement and the red, and then halfway through it's like there's like it's all clear here, and the top half is the tomato juice that rose to the top.
I have had Bloody Mary, so
Separated.
I've had
Yeah.
vodka. I've had vodka, but I don't think I've even had a Bloody Mary since Matt McGuire made them at Lemmings.
Oh, really?
I think that's the last one I had. So.
They are tasty. I think the first time I had a Bloody Mary was I was about 14, and one of my friends had his parents had this annual New Year's like soiree. It was crazy. Like all these people came, and it was about 5 foot of snow, and they had a gravel drive up, and it was really insane. We had to help all these people get out. But they had like it was like Bloody Marys on tap. Basically, it was all pre-mixed, and it was amazing, so good. Yeah, it was good times.
Were you like Spalding and Caddyshack going around and taking?
Yeah, well, I help you out with the game there. I think maybe no, no, but it was
Oh,
a good memory. If I
Bloody Marys to me, it's like waking up and drinking a fucking glass of spaghetti sauce.
Well, it's just to get
It just
it's just to get you going again.
Yeah,
yeah.
well, they got those Bloody Marys now where they put in like a skewer and you get a sandwich and a bunch of pickles and
Je-
olives and shit in it.
Jesus fucking Christ, they got some Bloody Marys out there. You get a whole chicken, 18 fucking
Yeah,
burgers,
right.
and it's like they make it into a goddamn fruit arrangement or one of those like those fruit creations
Right,
that
but it's all like charcuterie.
yeah.
I had one of those. I was in San Diego, and there was this really nice bar in downtown San Diego, and they had God, what was it? Oh, it's really good. But yeah, it was like the skewer with sandwiches and olives and whole pickles sticking out.
Yeah.
And I'm not small pickles, like giant fucking pickles on
I
it.
know. It's like you're fucking like you have to be a professional eater just to get to the fucking drink.
And how about a plate, man? Can I get a plate with that?
Why are you?
You send me a cup full of
McGuire
juice
used to make some good
and
ones at
nothing to eat off this shit.
the Lemmings. I mean, it's the perfect if you're in a situation where you have to drink the next day after you'd been drinking too late the night before, which is like the beer league auction is like a perfect example. You're partying on Friday night, you got the beer league auction on Sunday. So those Bloody Marys, might have even had two, and then by then I'm ready to get going again. Like, but
Yeah, I
when I
mean
went in there,
they
I'm like,
help
I
the
don't want a
hangover
beer.
get over, but you're already alcoholized. So the rest of your draft is going to be like, I don't know.
The
I
fucking
don't.
White Sox just beat Philadelphia 6-2.
What the fuck is going on with the Sox, man?
Did anybody get a save? I know it's more than a 3-run lead, so maybe nobody got a save.
They've won like fucking I don't know, like what have they played like 10 games now and they've won like 7 out of the last 10
I
or 8
mean,
out of
they
the last
got some. I
10.
mean, and the fact that they just let Vaughn go and now he's like crushing it in Milwaukee, that's a fucking joke.
Well, Vaughn didn't want to be in Chicago. He's a fucking bitch. Fuck that guy. I think we've
Yeah,
talked about what I feel like
yeah.
about
I mean,
Vaughn the last
I
few
hear
fucking.
that. I've heard the stories about him. He only works when he has to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he doesn't try. And now that he just got kicked off that team, now he's got to impress these guys. Once
And
they get used to them, and once he gets used to them, then he's going to go back to being the same old fucking Vaughn.
well, hopefully not. I mean, he's got like a Tomei body. You know what I mean? Have you seen them thighs? on that
No,
guy?
he doesn't. He's 5'10".
Dude, have you
Jim told me it was like 6'4", and he was
okay,
left-handed.
really? Okay,
Yeah.
but his
Right.
forearms are you got Popeye
No, he's
forearms.
a big boy. Was a big boy. Now
Yeah.
he's a big old man.
He was a Peoria boy. Peoria,
Jim told
Illinois.
me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He actually played in the same circuit I did in the fast pitch softball for juniors, like 17, 18-year olds. It was like the last of the junior level for fast pitch softball. He was like a legend. He was crushing shit.
Fuck, I didn't play Azuna today, and he got a home run.
Yeah, what's up with him, man? I can't believe him. I mean, I know he's
He'll be
struggling a
traded.
little bit, but I
He'll be
mean, they're
traded somewhere.
yeah. I just don't understand the complete lack of confidence in that guy.
I
He's
think
like
I think
he's part. He's
Snitker
like their
has made up his
captain.
mind about the guy on what he thinks he is, and he doesn't want to play him. That's Snitker.
But I mean, he's like kind of like the heart and soul of the Braves, right? Hasn't he been for years?
I don't know about that, but he's been a productive player.
He's
They
been
without
productive, but
him, they would have been, they would have been in big trouble the past couple of years.
yeah, I'm not saying he's the best player in the Braves, but he was kind of like the the guy that held the glue together.
I bet you he was the. I don't know about WAR because he's not a fielder, but hitting wise, he's got to be their best hitter. Combined the past two,
Yeah.
not 23 and 24. It's got to be him.
Well, everybody goes through slumps. I went through my share of slumps, and you're always trying to figure out your swing and how to improve it. And sometimes when you're trying to improve it, you mess up your natural, innate swing. It's like I feel like I had the same swing when I was 9 as I do now. Not that I'm swinging anymore, but
Are you swinging it off a tee?
oh yeah, no. Yeah.
Doug's in a senior T-ball league.
Uh, I'm still trying to avoid all these fucking pickleball menaces. Pickleball is ruining tennis. Like all the tennis courts in Evanston are being like taken over by pickleball.
Yeah,
And so people that
Yeah,
want
it's
to
a
play,
bunch of 40-somethings out there playing this shit.
40s. It's like when I drive
yeah,
50,
by the
60.
one,
yeah, no,
they're
it's
out there
more
in the
like
morning, and these people are older than I am.
yeah, it's the last gasp of the uh, greatest generation.
I am not going to play that game ever because I just know that
It's just ping
there's at
pong,
least a
man.
50-50 chance that I will injure myself the first
There's no
day.
point. It's just ping pong on a big scale. Just play ping pong.
But it's like all the stuff that I can't do. Like it's like, the quick
Yeah,
twitch stuff. I'm going to like, I mean, I know it and I'm not going to, I'm definitely not going to do it.
yeah.
And I feel bad because these people are like 75 and they're fine, and I'm like, you know, they
You
were in
know,
high school when I was born and I don't think I could,
I've noticed that I keep getting invited to play pickleball by a lot of my customers at the glasses store that are in their late 50s, early 60s. You should
Stop
come
it.
play.
They just want your discount.
Something. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah.
are you hearing anything about the Cubs?
No, I'm not really paying attention to the. I mean, I know that they've been talking about trading. I don't know, Cassie, right? To get something.
There is talk about that. I don't think they're going to get a move made that's going to require them to move him. I think what happens with the Cubs is that they get middling people instead of they're not going to make the big splash like everybody
But
thinks they
Cassie's
are.
a center fielder, right?
Well, he's a left fielder, center fielder,
Yeah,
right
yeah.
fielder.
So he could play
Here's the
any
thing.
of.
They don't want to get rid of Cassie because Hap is done after this year.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
They're not going to re-sign Hap. And they need a replacement for him, and they need a replacement for Tucker if Tucker decides he's not going to stick around.
That's the thing is like, how do we keep Cup Tucker and not pay out the ass for a guy that's, let's face it, he's probably not going to be that productive in 3 years from now, right? You get
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe
he's not that
two,
old.
3 years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
no,
other thing too is that's why they took two outfielders to start the draft off with this year with that Ethan Conrad and that short little shit they got in the second round. I don't know why they got him. But he's a center fielder. I'm like, okay, what are they going to move? Pete Crow Armstrong over to left? But very possible they
fuck
could.
no.
No. Well,
But
if they have the feeling that they're almost definitely not going to be able to sign Tucker, then it seems like they would almost go more in this year because
You got to go
you got
in
to
more. And you got to
maximize your
actually
time, or
have an
you know.
absolute chance of winning a championship this year.
did you see that they extended Jed Hoyer today?
No.
Yeah,
Oh, that changes a lot.
multi-year contract for Jed Hoyer.
Oh, that changes a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah. So maybe now
he'll
they'll
take the
start
risk.
talking about an extensive
No,
extension.
I thought that he would have be more likely to make a big jump without that extension. Now he would be thinking more long term and be less likely to make the big splash. So I think what you said is right, Jeff. They'll probably do something more middling than the big thing. Like the Yankees got Ryan McMahon. People were talking about them getting a Eugenio.
I could see the Cubs going after somebody like Adrian Hauser or Zach Gallen. Uh, somebody in the last year of their contract who they're not going to keep around.
Gallon is still hurt though, right?
Gallen's not hurt. He just sucks.
Yeah, he's got one of the lowest.
He's
Got one
got
of
like
the
the
highest.
second lowest ERA of any like normal pitcher in the league next to Sandy Alcantara. I don't
Yeah,
like the idea of bringing in Sandy Alcantara either. I know he got a Cy Young one year, but there's a fucking bunch of weird motherfuckers out there that got
I
Cy Youngs
know.
that
Well,
one hit
yeah,
wonders.
I don't know about one hit wonder. I just
I don't think
not.
that, I don't
They
think they'll
don't. They
trade
lack
him.
consistency, right? They that's what they lack.
I don't think they'll
Consistency.
trade Alcantara. It would be kind of dumb because this would be, unless he gets hurt again, this would be like, the low point for him. Maybe if he has a good end of the year after the deadline's over, then they can trade him in the offseason or trade him a year from now. They still have him next year. So
The funny thing is, Lou, I've received a lot of trade offers for Alcantara this year
is that
Why
Chris,
didn't you
Phil,
trade him?
because I like him.
Chris, Phil, and Mike?
Yeah, everybody. I mean, at least 6 teams have
Wow.
inquired about Alcantara.
Me, not me.
And rightfully, yes, you did, Jeff.
I not
Don't lie to me.
Alcantara.
Really?
No, I was coming after Shota Imanaga first,
Oh, yeah,
and
that's
then
right.
you're
Yeah,
like,
that's
nah,
right.
now,
Yeah,
now.
my
So
bad.
then I came back at you going after Spencer Strider, and
I
that
know.
went on deaf ears.
I mean, like I said, I like my guys, and I know I've been underperforming for
I
this year,
know,
but I think in the
I know
long
you
run,
like those pitchers from the Far East. That's why I was dangling Roki Sasaki so you could have him next year.
yeah. It's not that I love the Far Eastern pitchers or anything. It's just like they're effective. I like to pick effective guys that are in a position where I'm not facing a match. You know what I mean? I got all those guys by outbidding people in the draft. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Senga, Imanaga,
Yeah.
Yamamoto.
Yamamoto.
I think D-backs would be more likely. They're certainly going to have more suitors for Merrill Kelly than they would Gallon because Gallon's not doing well. Kelly's doing
Yeah, I
well.
don't think they want to get rid of Merrill Kelly though.
No, they don't. He's a stud. They're not going to get rid of him.
But I think it's going to be hard unless you have a team that knows how to improve, like, knows why Gallon has struggled this year and they know they can fix him. But other than that, why are you going to trade for a guy that, yeah, he's been a lot better than this before, but,
Sometimes guys
But it's
just need
broken
a
now.
change of scenery. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah, kind of like the Andrew Vaughn to the Brewers thing.
yeah.
Ever since he joined that team, they went on a fucking win streak.
Well, it's
It was like
because
their good luck charm.
the
but,
Sox are garbage. You know, that organization is
but that wasn't
garbage.
surprising to anybody, I don't think. I mean,
The Sox can't develop anybody.
No, they can't. They don't have the money.
for
And
the past couple of years, Vaughn has been like a Statcast darling. If you look at their leaderboards, the guy that should be doing better than he actually does And of course, if you do that for a long time, there's something else going on that's beyond batted ball data. But there was
And what's
certainly
going on
reason.
at the other time is a tea time.
But
Yeah, I've heard those stories. I've heard the stories from the guys that played with him in the minors that said he was a pretty boy that was milking it, and that's probably true. You know what I mean? But the other thing is he
Not about
definitely
pretty
has
boy. Those eyes are a little close together.
he has the ability, he's got the body. It looks like Jim Tomei, right, from the waist down. He just know.
You seen to Jim Tomey in the shower?
No, I'm talking about his thighs. You seen this guy's thighs? Andrew Vaughn's thighs are like giant. He reminded me of this kid I went to high school with. It was like everybody was scared of.
Looks like a frog.
right, I think it was before Hoskins got hurt that they brought Vaughn in. I'm pretty sure it
Well, it's
wasn't
when
because he was
Hoskins
hurt.
got hurt they made that deal because Aaron Savali was all me, I'm a starter. I'm not a reliever, me. And
But
I
I,
said,
I
fuck
think
you, starter, get out of here.
I think at the time
Now
Hoskins
he's losing
wasn't
games for
hurt
the
yet.
White Sox.
We could check that, but I think at the time they made the deal, Hoskins wasn't hurt yet, so it was just like perfect timing. He stepped right in, and they're not losing a beat there. I mean, the Brewers are tough.
That's a good
Well,
team. I love the Brewers. I love that team. Churio is one of my favorite players in the majors.
And that staff looks good now. It looks good. It's barely enough depth, but front line starters. If Woodruff is going to come around, that's like playoff worthy.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this definitely a competitor for the Cubs. Um, and Cubs definitely should be winning the division, right? Hands down with the team they got. So I feel like they're underperforming in a lot of ways. They haven't really found their. I
You
feel like
guys,
I
you
feel
guys,
like they haven't found their mojo yet. You know what I mean?
do you
They need
believe
a.
in Matt Shaw? Do you think he's going to be really
Oh
good?
yeah,
Or,
absolutely.
yeah.
I think Matt Shaw is a real deal, and I mean maybe he could go. I don't think going back to the minors is going to service him in any way. He needs to have the
okay,
confidence.
so check this out. Reese Hoskins went down on July 6th, and that same day they traded for Andrew Vaughn.
Oh, I thought it was before. All right, so they did it because of that.
Wow.
They did
Okay.
it because of that.
Well, that makes
I thought
sense.
I thought it
And
was
They knew he
fortuitous.
was going to be available. They knew he would get sent down there, and then they knew Savali wanted out. So
what do the
not a bad
Sox
move
get out
by
of that
either.
deal?
Well, Savali, he
Savali.
sucks.
I mean, yeah, he's not pitching at all this year, right?
No,
Well,
he's
he's
not. He's
pitching for
on.
the
He's
White
in the
Sox.
rotation.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, is he really pitching now?
Well, there's that.
Yeah.
I don't
There's a
know that
lot
he's
of
doing
people not
terrible.
really pitching, but let's see what Savali's done since he's been with the White Sox. Since he's been with the White Sox, he's 1-4 with a 4.1 ERA.
Not
He's
bad.
got
He hasn't been
a
bad.
whip. Is where's that whip? Whip, whip, whip of 1.320. That's bullshit. You know what? He's not a very good pitcher.
No,
He's been in the league 7 years, and he's
He,
41-41 with a 4.06 ERA
yeah, he's a
and
middle
a
reliever.
career whip of 1.2. What the fuck?
He needs to uh become a middle reliever if he wants
He's
to
not
survive in this
exactly.
league.
Well, that's what they were trying to do to him, and then he's like,
Yeah,
me. No,
yeah.
I'm not.
Well, as soon as he doesn't have a contract, he's like, "Yeah, I'll take middle reliever."
it's pretty damning for where he is right now. I mean, he's good enough to be in the Sox rotation. He's not. He's not.
Yeah, right.
No, no. I mean, he's fine. He's a
Yeah,
major
yeah,
league
he's
hitter,
Actually,
fine.
but
no, he's not, because
he
the White
came.
Sox have much better pitchers on the team than that shit. White Sox pitching has been actually decent this
Yeah,
year. Um, Better than you thought it'd be. They got a couple of Rule 5 guys in there pitching and shit. It's nuts.
But I was going to say Savali came from the Guardians.
Yes,
Very
he was
good,
12-5 in
very
his
good
year.
pitching team. So that's like the first, red flag that they're willing to deal him. But he goes to the Rays, another smart team. They get rid of him. He goes to the Brewers, which is another smart team. All three of those teams are eventually didn't believe in him. So I think that nobody else should believe in them because if I doubt that your team is smarter than those three teams pitching wise, right? I mean, I can't think of another one that would be smarter than those three.
Yeah, I mean,
Remember
you
the
never.
first guy he was traded
Yeah.
for? In 2023, when he left the Cleveland Guardians, he was traded to the Tampa Bay Rays. Do you know who he was traded for?
No, no idea.
It would be a first baseman named Kyle Manzardo.
Really?
Yep, and then he was traded by the Tampa Bay Rays to the Milwaukee Brewers last year for a guy named Gregory Berrios, who is in the minors. And then he was traded a third year in a row to the White Sox for Andrew Vaughn.
So actually,
Wow.
that deal the Brewers made with the Rays turned out all right because they got Andrew Vaughn, who stepped in
Right.
right when they needed him big time.
That's
So,
crazy, man. That's a really twisted path.
but I think it's safe to say no other team should be giving him a shot because if those three teams couldn't get him going and soured on him, then I doubt that any other team you name is going to be able to do it. You know,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if the team is going to do it. He's going to have to do it himself. He's got to get over himself. And
I always thought he was mediocre, but then when the Rays traded for him, I was like, well, I don't know. Like they've done this before, but
mhm.
he's just mediocre. That's
What if it wasn't
It
Andrew
happens,
Vaughn showing up on that team and becoming a spark for the Brewers? What if it's the loss of Hoskins? What if Hoskins is like the least liked guy in the clubhouse, and now that he's gone on injury and he's not around, that team's feeling more comfortable and just playing better?
I don't know. I mean, from what you've said about Vaughn, it's a sidestep, right? I don't know.
Well,
I
it's
don't
the other
know.
half of the coin.
I don't know much about the dynamic to comment on that theory, but
Yeah.
whatever makes the Brewers better, I'm happy for them. I like the Brewers.
Well, I'd rather see the Cubs win, but I just live in Chicago, not Evanston. So, I know you're living closer to the Wisconsin border, but
No, I mean it's not like that. I'm
Are
always a Cubs guy, dude, forever. But
you a
I
Sox guy
also,
too, Doug?
yeah, I mean, my wife's family has got ties to the Sox. Her dad actually brokered the deal to get the new Comiskey Park built. He's got like the home plate, the original like silver home plate.
wow.
'Cause, yeah, her dad was he worked for Jim Thompson. He was a secretary to the governor.
He was a
Yeah,
secretary.
her dad got that deal done to to build New Comiskey. Yeah, it was a pretty major deal actually. But yeah, I remember going to see the uh, White Sox when they were playing in the playoffs. They used the governor's suite, and it was Frank Thomas White Sox when they didn't do so good. They won that game that we were at that day, but they didn't. It was what 80, 89, 90, something like that.
Well, the new park opened what 91.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So it was 91. That was the year I graduated from
Not sure.
college. That makes more sense. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I
So
think
we had
Camden
the
Yards opened
suite.
92, right? So it's
Yeah.
like
So
that
we
changed
had the
everything. Then they
suite
would never.
behind home plate, and it was fucking amazing. It was like the whole spread. It was really nice. There's Frank Thomas and like everybody. So
They don't
really
need a
cool.
new stadium. I don't understand this stuff. They could play in that stadium for 50 more years.
I mean,
Yep.
he's wasting all that money on the fucking stadiums. Quit building stadiums and just buy some players. How about that?
I think Reinsdorf is more worried about his fucking legacy at this point and what he's going to leave behind.
He doesn't have a legacy. He didn't win a championship.
Yeah. He inherited
So,
Michael Jordan.
yeah. I mean, the Bulls, of course, that's a different story.
Right, but I mean, even with that, I mean, he bought the Bulls when they had Michael Jordan after 1 year,
Yeah, yeah,
and then he fired Rod Thorne and installed Crumbs.
yeah.
What did Bill Murray say? The the heart of a champion and the body of a shrimp or something.
That's funny.
All right, gents, give me 1 second. Round two.
Oh, hey guys, I think I'm gonna step out. I'm like feeling it. It was good
All right.
hanging out with you guys, but
Well, that's good. We've been on for an hour and a half anyway,
it has
so
been a while. Longer than I thought I was gonna hold out, but man,
All
my
right,
tooth
Dougie.
is
Well, good luck down the stretch. Yeah, I guess the model says that you will be above 500 the rest of the year. So
we'll see. Hopefully,
I
you
didn't do
know.
something. I didn't do something in the model though. I've added a separate catcher games thing, and I forgot to type in everybody's catcher games. So if I don't do it
Oh,
tonight, I won't be able to do it. So I'm going to do it
all
tonight.
right.
hey, if
Well,
you
good
want
to
to trade
see
a
you
picture,
guys.
call me.
All right, take it easy, guys.
All right.
Alrighty.
Bye bye.
All right, bye.
He's still there.
I know. I'm like, it took me forever last time too.
I can't
Jeez.
figure it out. You want me to just kick you off?
Yes, please.
Well, you want to go too,
Always ask me if I want to report him after I kick him. No.
right?
All right, dude. Well, nature calls.
All right. We'll have a good second round, and I'll see you next week.
Yeah, hopefully. I do better than I did today in pitching. I had two starters go, a total of 9 innings between the two, and they gave up 9 runs, so I got zero
Nice.
from my starters.
I picked up Eduardo Rodriguez in time for him to. I think he went so far. It was like 5 innings, 4 runs. So
Yeah, you're gonna learn that that's what Eduardo Rodriguez does. I had him for a little bit, and I had to drop him. He'll get you some big negatives too, but to be honest with you, I think every pitcher on Arizona is capable of that.
I think his tenure on the Gaggers is very going to be very short lived.
Yeah, well, my guess is he'll be that waiver wire popcorn. So
He'll be somebody else's problem.
yeah,
All right. I'll
still
see you
allow
next
it.
week.
All right, buddy. I'll
Good
see you
luck.
next week. Take care. Good luck this week to you.